Before I start this video, it's still an ongoing situation, and I feel as if it's been a minute since I've really deep dived into some drama. My goal here is to understand each side of the story to the best of my capabilities. Arcade Craniacs is a channel which used to be run by the couple Nikki and Edward. When they first started their channel, they would create vlogs of each other going to the arcade. Slowly, the content they would make would be more targeted to a kid audience. The content they would create that would initially get them the internet presence they have now was making 3 AM scary content. But what set Arcade Craniacs aside from other YouTubers making this style of content is they had this level of self-awareness in their videos, which added to the humor, and from that, their videos would start being heavily shared on TikTok, helping them gain an audience on TikTok and YouTube. Edward and Nikki were also a cute couple and seemed like genuine people, and they would start making a community which really enjoyed the two of them. But this video isn't the rise of Arcade Craniacs. If you want to know their beginnings and how they really gained their popularity, I recommend a video by AMAC, which will also be in my description. This video in fact deals with very serious topics, and when dealing with situations such as these, it is ideal for hearing both sides of the story before making a complete video dissecting it. Though this isn't he say or she say, as there is evidence and facts to back up claims, which I'll be talking about later. It's time to deep dive into this and do some research. Firstly, Edward and Nikki would end up separating. Edward would go on live announcing a breakup. In this live, Edward was extremely distraught and he kept constantly bringing himself down and how he isn't a good person who deserved nothing.
Such a fucking genuine soul, such a nice person. She's such a nice person, dude. And I messed everything up in the beginning of our relationship, dude. Like, I never, she was, it hurts me, dude.
Of course, though, we as a viewer in this whole situation didn't know what was happening behind the camera, and the true reason they would end up splitting. This whole ordeal dates back to October, and after the breakup, nothing really major came to be. Nikki would end up uploading on her own personal channel, and as for the Arcade Craniacs channel, Edward would keep on with uploads. Though on November 23rd, 2020, Nikki would post on her story with allegations of grooming. These allegations were from Nikki claiming Edward in fact groomed her. Looking through it, it would seem Nikki and Edward would start their relationship when he was 23 years old and she was 17. She would add videos dated back in April 2016 of them being in the same room, alongside Instagram messages dated back in 2016 when she was 17, and more confirming her age at the time when she began speaking to Edward. Also, they were both in California where the age of consent is 18 years old.
Me looking at your shitty comments on TikTok. Firstly, I was groomed at the age of 17. Wallace T was 30. Leave me alone, like seriously. There's so much to the story and I don't owe it to anyone to talk about my trauma. Literally scroll down and I have posts from early 2016 of him. I just turned 23. He's about to be 30. Do the math, please. I'm just tired of everything I do being not good enough and you bringing him up on my every post. I seriously can't take it anymore. It's painful to think about what has happened to me. My ex is reaching so hard. Every time I ignored him, he would blow up my phone. He kept trying to convince me to be his friend, and that's why I ever let him into my apartment the first few nights after I moved in. He even took my damn cat! I had to literally run away to New York just to get away from him long enough to rent an apartment. I should have never believed his manipulation tactics. However, I cut him off completely 100% before the week of Halloween. He told me I would never find anyone who doesn't use me. He's wrong. Don't believe what your abuser says, ever. Someone will treat you right. He also held the money he owed over my head, so I had to be nice to him, or he literally wouldn't give me the money. I worked for the principle of it. I am not a gold digger, but I was literally there with him filming every single night.
Hello, my dude.
What's good, my dude? Why might you be up so late? I'm 17.
Liar. Really?
I'm serious, lol.
When you turn 18?
I already graduated though, because I'm a baby genius. I'm not even joking.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Ha 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 ha, JK.
What the heck are you, like 43 and 6/4 then?
I'm 16. I'm still young.
No! Oh my god!
Yeah, dude.
Really? What? Stop growing.
Honestly, I'm 32. I'm being serious. Believe me. Okay, how old do I look?
Bruh, I don't know, like 20?
No, 23.
One of the biggest videos Nikki would share is a video of her unconscious and Edward drinking with her having multiple hickeys on her chest. This video dated back when she was a minor. Major bad sign, drinking around and providing alcohol to someone under the drinking age who is still a minor. This video isn't just to detail the story though, I'm here to give my own opinions. Nikki's initial allegation on her Instagram story wasn't that coherent of her allegation of grooming. Grooming is a serious claim that unfortunately gets thrown around a lot when it doesn't apply to the story. The age difference between Nikki and Edward was very inappropriate, and she showed very alarming things such as Edward getting her drunk while she was 17. Just to let you know, I'm only talking about her Instagram response right now and my initial thoughts on viewing it. Later in this video, I'll be covering her much larger response in full detail. After Edward viewed these allegations that Nikki made on her Instagram story, he would promptly create his own response. He would show a screenshot of Nikki claiming she was 18 when her and Edward would start dating, but Nikki showed how this was verifiably false. He would share videos of them together after they broke up, but these are not uncommon. What I really dislike about his response on Instagram is how he frames it. He claims he has done all these good things for her. Sure, you can bring that up, but that doesn't prove you're not a manipulator.
You know how much I took care of her? You know all the things I've done for her? Literally got made fun of the channel when I made it in the beginning. She was embarrassed of it. When she saw the money come in, now she's not embarrassed of it.
And he keeps on bringing up irrelevant topics that don't clear his name of the allegations. He's just going on a random tangent. The only thing that would help him is he said they started talking when she was 18. But as I said before, this was already proven false. He says he likes her new boyfriend, but why? Who cares? What does this have to do with anything? Nikki discussed her new boyfriend with Edward.
I'm really falling for someone, and I would like it if you just didn't talk to me unless it was about business / about the money you owe me, because I feel very connected to this person. Although it is so brand new, and I want to date them without you blowing up my phone and stuff, I'm sorry, but like I told you, I'm looking for my soulmate. I'm looking for someone who could never hurt me, and I'm taking steps to do that. You should move on. You should let it go. I don't feel any romantic love for you anymore, and I really haven't for a while. I felt disconnected from you even before I tried to break up with you this last time.
He says he was on one of her live streams as she made fun of the YouTube channel, but you're broken up with her. Why are you on her live? Move on. Edward's response was horrible and he just comes off as narcissistic. Alright, we're done talking about the Instagram stories that initially started this situation and moving on to the big things. On November 27th, 2020, Nikki would upload to her channel a 1 hour and 32-minute video titled I Was Groomed, Hidden in Plain Sight. Before this, she did upload a video called Me Ranting in New York, where she talked about how you shouldn't idolize internet relationships that you think are perfect because you don't know what goes on behind the camera. Anyways, in her hour-long video, she would talk about subjects such as grooming, child abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and physical abuse that happened with her and Edward for years. She also talked about another man and her experiences with him. She would detail many experiences with Edward and how they began talking and how they would meet up with each other and drink. She would lie to her parents about where she's going. Also, on top of this, Nikki would claim Edward would cheat on her with his ex-girlfriend and Edward was super controlling. And in the earlier days of the Arcade Craniacs channel, Nikki claimed that Edward would push her into taking these provocative photos for thumbnails that she wasn't comfortable with.
When we started a YouTube channel together, he began pressuring me into taking very provocative thumbnails that I wasn't comfortable with, and I told him that I wasn't comfortable with this, and each time I would try to tell him, he would say something along the lines of, "You're so lucky you're a girl. If I was a girl, I would sell my body. You're so lucky that you have this option."
Alongside claims of physical abuse,
sexually assaulted me, you took advantage of me, you used me, and also I don't want to be with anybody who tried to choke me out. Unfortunately, I do have to mention this. One time, he was so pissed at me that he punched me a bunch of times in the arm so hard that it literally turned black and blue. Like, for several weeks, my arm was black and blue, and he grabbed me by my throat and shoved my head against the wall of our apartment and threatened to hit me again. As I was in that position, his arm was like up, his other arm was up. He realized that he was being insane, I think, and he let me go, and I ran outside of our apartment so fast.
And every time she would try to break up with Edward, he would say that he's going to kill himself, or that he's going to treat her better, and so on. Even going to the point where she says he had a fake heart attack so she would feel guilty. So you can't really make up the argument on why she didn't just leave. As you can see, it wasn't as easy as you may think it is.
The last night when I came to pack my bags for New York, he loomed over me the whole entire time I was packing, pleading, begging, crying, threatening to kill himself. He even pretended to have a heart attack. Yeah. He literally pretended to have a heart attack. I swear to God.
I'm summarizing her video extremely briefly, and to be honest, I'm not giving it justice, so it will be the top link in the description. And if you want to know about her side of the story in depth and what she claims, I extremely recommend watching it. Whether you agree if Nikki was groomed, you have to realize what Edward did was some or multiple forms of abuse. I definitely believe there was a power imbalance if he got her blacked out drunk while she was underage. She also claims he ejaculated in her to show how much he loved her, and later she would have to get an extremely painful procedure so she wouldn't become pregnant. She said he even went as far as to physically abuse her. Going off her claims, she also did hit him but ended up regretting it and apologizing. After this, Edward would upload this on Instagram.
I take these accusations very seriously. I will be contacting proper channels and I will return with a response very soon. I ask that the fans please be patient at this time as I sort the matter legally. Please give me time and I will respond properly and with legal representation. Thank you.
Then a 3-minute video on December 1st as his response to the situation. He no longer wanted to talk about the situation on the internet and sort the situation out privately. He also wanted to address the allegations after speaking to his lawyer, and would decide to keep uploading videos on the Arcade Craniacs YouTube channel, which I kind of feel is odd after all this is going on. I mean, you're being accused of grooming your ex-girlfriend, and then you're running around getting an Among Us suit. I mean, okay, he has the right to defend himself, of course, and he's deciding to take this possibly to court. Of course, I would rather see his full response instead of this 3-minute video and see his own perspective so I can truly grasp the situation. It seems that might come at a much later time though. Or never. I don't know. In Nikki's video, she seemed very genuine and hurt of Edward's actions, and I truly believe that there were some forms of abuse in this relationship. But whether there will be serious legal action coming from this situation is up to the future. If everything Nikki claims in her video to be true, I find Edward as an unpleasant and despicable person who has done multiple shitty things. I suck at trying to close these videos, but if we learn anything today, is not to idolize relationships we see online, or having an unhealthy idolization of anyone, because as I said before, you really have no clue what goes on behind the scenes. As of now, I am anticipating Edward's full response, but with the evidence Nikki has shown to back up her claims, I definitely see this as an extremely toxic relationship. The age gap, the drinking, the forms of abuse all added up. This story is not over, and I'll leave the same resources that Nikki left in her video to help anyone watching this that could be going through the same situation. Whether you're a fan who wants to know more about this situation or a returning viewer, thank you so much for watching, and shout out to Shy and the Legend Sauce for the voiceovers. Really appreciate it. I'm Briel. Let's keep it at that.